Well, good afternoon, folks. We're out on a little adventure today. It's October 1st, 75 degrees, and we are headed up to the Adirondacks. We're looking at the Moose River right now. We're on the twisty, windy road out of Boonville that connects you over to 28, I think it is, State Route 28. And you got this little pull off. This school bus turnaround, apparently. Sign seen better days. So yeah, we're gonna go to Moose River Plains and set up. Hopefully find a campsite for tonight. It's Tuesday, which is odd for me, but things are getting interesting at my job, so I'm out here on a Tuesday afternoon and something's not right, but there you go. And yeah, so Moose River, October 1st, 2024. In 2 days, like right now it's 75, it's going to be in the 50s. With the overnight, we're gonna get our first frost in 2 days. It's gonna be down to 32 degrees. Tonight's gonna be 60 degrees, maybe 55 for the low. In 2 days, 32 and frost. So, yeah, don't. And everybody say it with me. Don't you love the area that you live in? Yay, it's warm out. 2 days. Oh, I need a coat. You're out here in a short sleeve shirt. 2 days later, break out the snowsuit. Yeah, the other pull-off is getting a little busy. I think this used to be, I'm not sure if it still is. Somebody wants to quote me in the comments. This used to be a campsite along this road, but again, it's a busy road. In that short first intro I got through just a minute ago, 2 cars had pulled off the side. So, I'm going to hit all these pull-offs along the river up to Route 28. There's a lot to see in the Adirondacks, for sure. I mean, how beautiful is this? These are the clump of trees we just zoomed in on further down the road. That's where we're standing right now. Those little clump of trees, so our visual spot's right down the road there. Just can't see it because there's a hill in the way. See what else is waiting for us. Yeah, when I first started coming out to the Adirondacks, these used to be little campsites along the road, but I don't think they are anymore. Like, there's a fire ring right here still. You could set up and camp here, but Public fishing stream. New York State Department of Environmental Conservation. Yeah, there should be little square camping emblems in the trees somewhere, and I don't see them. So if anybody knows, comment down below if these are still actually set up for primitive. Ignore those. Primitive camping. So I think it was, and these might have been added recently. You used to be able to get back in there. Oh, back to Sketchy Road. How sketchy is sketchy? Well, you can only imagine what that sign says. Probably same thing on the vicinity of that sign. I don't know the name of this road. I want to say it's Moose River Road. I'm not 100% sure. It does follow the Moose River, but it's just a snake all the way down through, so yeah. Now these used to be primitive sites too, but these are added, so at one point when I first started coming up the Adirondacks, you could have camped here, but clearly no longer. So yeah, we didn't go far. There's a familiar icon coming up once I find access to the water. That's a washout. Oh, how steep is this still? Oh, that's kind of steep. Risk it for the biscuit? Yeah, I can make that work. Alright. I'm going to leave you on just in case I need to contact my insurance agent. Oh yeah, that was so bad. Ah. Those trees look familiar. Yeah, we literally went from there to here. But still, I mean, I think right there's the other pull off when we first started filming with the intro. Well, then when that car goes by. Here, traffic, traffic, traffic. It's gonna be another 10 minutes before it gets there. By the time it's negotiating all the corners. Yep. Alright, let's mosey on, I guess. See what else surprises us. So this will be the last time we see this clump of trees, though. Because they're going up and around the bend now. At some point, we're going to see the Route 28 bridge. I know there's at least one more pull-off before that. As mentioned before, these used to be campsites, but are no longer for some reason. Well, being next to a river like this, I'm pretty sure they got abused. So, the state probably had enough of the abuse. To the legal fires, you know, parties. The 1% of people that ruin it for everybody. Because you used to be able to drive back there, but that's what the rock's for. So you don't anymore. Because I remember seeing every one of these spots would have a vehicle in it, backed up, tent set up. So I know these used to be camp spots. Anyway. Here's that drive I talk about on Moose River Road. I'm going to call it the Moose River Road just for the sake of it. This is what you're dealing with for 14 miles. cue up the circus music if you want. We got a sharp one. Yoink! Ah, 2 wheels. Oh, we get the crossing of the county line. What are we crossing into here? Town of Forestport. We have entered Forestport. I thought that was the county line, but I must have missed it. No, there's Herkimer, I think? I don't know. I'm distracted by the driving because, you know, the second my eyes leave the road, there is no road. Whee! Whoa! Whee! When you can speed up, you're going to take a speed boost. Whee! We could have just made the road straighter. Whoa, this one's big. Hang on. Is this a pull-off? No, it's a driveway. School bus stop ahead. Whee! Yeah. This is the whole road, folks. Gotta love the beauty, though. The road, not so much. Yeah, I'm coming to a holy crap. That was a close one. Almost didn't make it. This I didn't know about. Obviously, I was gonna keep going. So what did we find that we did not know about? Conservation easement for public recreation parking area. Heartwood Forestry Fund 5 in cooperation with New York State Department of Environmental Conservation. Stocked. Oh, it's a fishing access site, I'm going to call it. I hear the river, I don't see the river. Either way, this is a fishing area. So yeah, it's this pull off. Now normally I would hike down and everything, but I'm still trying to get to a place to find a campsite. Find a campsite. So I need to find one before dark. I have an idea, but I'm still an hour away to where I want to be, so just checking the sights along the way, folks. Well, where I thought it was a pull-off to see the bridge is not a pull-off, it's a private residence. And we're on 28 now. Heading to Old Forge, Tendera, Inlet. is the Thundera Adirondack Railroad's train station. Nothing going on there today, being a Tuesday. So some of their equipment gets stored. And the bridge is still with the New York Central logos on it. Alright, now this is where the trip gets difficult. Navigating through this. If you've been to Old Forge and Thundera, you know what I'm talking about. So, time to hide the camera. Parking, Sis and Bubs Lakes parking area coming up. Sis and Bubs. There's a trail, a bike trail on the left here. Toby Trail, I think it's what it's called. Whee! Why is there a street light here? Yeah, I don't know. It's disturbing. There's one random street light. Oh, there's another one. Must be coming into a town. Huh. Random street lights along the road. Alright, we're on our road. Moose River Plains. See if we can find any suitable camping spots. The map shows you where they are. I got a map with me now, so. But it's quite a drive back here, so I got to concentrate on looking for the campsites and driving. This road is what you would expect a game road would be like, a state game road. Pretty well kept up, but it's narrow, and every so often there's these little surprises. I didn't want to step on a hill, so you got stuff like, let's get off that speed bump, that poking up out of the road. You kind of want to avoid those. It's part of the road. So other than that, road's decent. I've been back here before to a hiking trail. I think it was Fern Lake Trail or something like that. I can't recall. Fawn Lake Trail or something. Yeah, Fawn Lake something. I'll show you when I pass it. But I've hiked one trail up in here, so that's how I found out there later on that, oh yeah, there's camping up here too. And as far as I know, it's free. So turkeys are not afraid of cars. Unfortunately, the sun's in my eyes. Here's the Fawn Lake Trail. There's a trail marker in the tree. So this is about the furthest I went down this road. The map looks like there's another road up here, so that's where we'll get into the camping spots. The plan is to set up the camp and then go back to town to get some food and stuff. Possibly do some more hiking. So right now I'm just looking for the camping spots, but Should be coming up here shortly. This is a long road, by the way. It's actually a multitude of roads in here. I think they said the total area is 25 miles of road. There's something right here, so. Well, let me get things figured out and then, yeah, I'll turn you back on. This is Rock Dam Road. It's a dead-end road. Still quite busy for being a Tuesday night. There's still a lot of people camping October 1st. Again, today's going to probably be the last day for camping for a while. I am at site, we'll call it site, 125A. We're a good couple miles into this, so let's take a site tour. Kind of narrow to get in here. I mean, this is size comparison for the car. So, these are pretty tight sites. It's got its own restroom. Most do. So, yeah. Put the tent over there, it's just me. I mean, even though it's close to the privy. It comes with a fire pit, picnic table, and a barbecue grill. I can't think of the name right now. And we are smack out in the wilderness. Yeah, I mean, get the map real quick, and of all the things to fall out, the expensive thing falls out. And the campsites are pretty decently spread apart, I've noticed, so I can be as loud and quiet as I want. Moose River Plains, Wild Forest, Lime Kiln Lake Campground. So we drove all this Fawn Lake Trail. That's where we saw the turkeys and where I said the trail was. And we came around here. These sites were all full. Came back down this one, Rock Dam Road. And these are sites 2, 4, 5. So I don't know which one is 25. I do not remember passing another trailhead, so the road intersections are well marked. It's just like a normal street sign, pretty much. You're just looking for the signs. It says this way, this distance, this way, this distance, this trail, this distance. So, yeah. So I don't, without having 125A written down on here, I don't know exactly where I am, but I did not pass White Pond Trail, so. And I better start setting things up. I hear stuff snapping behind me, actually. I'm simple folk. I didn't realize when I said I ain't too worried about it, but when I set up the doors on the opposite side. I've had that tent for 2 years, and yeah, it's a good purchase. Some of those Coleman darkroom technology tent, big enough for me for what I need to do. I've had it in the rain once, and it did not leak, and yeah, definitely the money worth. At least in me, I hope I don't have to during the night, but if I have to go to the bathroom, just phew. Some of you got the outhouse. Oh well, like I said, simple people. I'm not going to see it in the dark anyway. Now, I brought one of these along. I don't know how many other folks do this, because I got to go back into town, and I'll leave this up all night while I'm sleeping. Just set it somewhere. You'd be surprised some of the stuff you catch. You hear something moving around your campsite at night and you're not sure what it is. Well, if it's over in that tree, you'll know what it is. if it's far enough from your tent and you can see anybody that might be walking by. Of course, you won't see it until the next day, so you'll still know. That noise you heard could have been a deer or somebody that wasn't supposed to be in your campsite. That's something I've gotten in the habit of doing. So when you hear things running around the forest and you're not sure what it is, that will definitely tell you. Not one car has been up this road, so this isn't the first choice. There was one other, there's a couple spots open. I mean, there's like 100 something, I think they said. Am I thinking that right? I can't remember. There's a bunch of them, let's put it that way. There's a bunch of primitive campsites. As I said on the way in, there's like 5 people I passed, just like me, set up in the campsite. And then there's 5 that are not occupied. Like, there was 2 that was just a sand pile. I'm like, no. And then there was one that was real small. I thought about it, but I'm like, try to drive in further, and there's just a rock there. My tires is spinning on it, and I'm like, yeah, I still got a whole road. And then I found this one. It's just those gems you look for. You know, you got certain critique. You can see, this is how busy the road is. You can see how far I made it up the road, and I went, hey, that looks like a decent site. And those are from me today. It shows you how many people have been up and down this road. I mean, my tire tracks are still there. If anybody else has been up and down it, they'll be there. That's me pulling in. That's me turning back the car in. Pulled up there, backed up, pulled in, backed in. So, crossing my fingers, a bit quiet night. Hopefully anybody drives by will see the tent. So, yeah, no, it's about a half an hour drive to get back here on this road. So, I'm going to try to get out of here. Again, this is 125A. So, I forget where it is. I keep thinking Moose River, but I'm about to check the map to make sure I know I'm telling you the right things. Yep, Moose River Plains Wild Forest. Everything's on the back. Camping. All designated primitive tent sites, campsites, and lean-tos are available on a first-come, first-served basis and cannot be reserved. Designated campsites are marked with a yellow Camp Here disc. Designated tent sites are for tents only. Tents or small campers can be used in designated campsites. There are no hookups for water or electric. There are 116 primitive roadside campsites. That reminds me. The problem is the hills. I can't see what's coming up on me right now. You should have heard it. It was loud. Thump, 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 thump. And it's right in here, but I can't see it because there's a hill here. I don't hear it anymore. Well, that's a little disturbing, to be honest. You want to pack up and leave? Again, back to the trail camera. I think I'll put that up before I pull out of here. It doesn't really need to be attached to anything, like a tree or anything. I didn't bring the straps because all I could do is, you know, set it somewhere. Like if it looks good. It looks good, right? Just an idea of what just happened. I don't see anything. Can't see over that ridge either. Anyway, that was disturbing. Let me get this set up and get to town before it gets too dark to do anything else other than getting the crap scared out of you. Again, today's just mostly an information session. I'm just trying to get over the beauty of the fall foliage. I just left the campsite and show you some of these other spots I thought about. I think the first one's gonna be on this side. But yeah, I'm surprised on how busy it was for being primitive stuff. There's a lot of people set up out here, and they're quite spaciously spaced. So they sneak up on you, so along those huge rocks. Here's one right here. This is the one I was going to consider. Yeah, this is the one I was considering. It's tucked away in the back, but those rocks there I got hung up on. It's site 125. There is no outhouse. Yeah, you can see about you again can see about how far in I got before I got hung up. So that's 125. So yeah, I mean that's the distance between most of them. There's some up here that are like close together, but it's a slow, long drive. I mean, it's about a half hour to get back here. There's another one right there. That was one I was considering, but it wasn't used. It doesn't look like it's been used in a while. And I'm like, no. See, everything's all grown up and knocked down, and it's 124 if anybody wants to know. Because I almost thought about that, but it hasn't been used in a while for some reason. So yeah, they're pretty well spaced. Now it says there's 116 sites, and why is my site 125? That might be a little outdated, I think, maybe, I don't know, but oh, see, we're just passing. There's a site here. I passed the site itself, but there's a little access road up to the back there, but that one's the one that's occupied. So you got some that are off the road, you got some like mine, and you got some that are right there. So, tire poker. Alright. Another one. Ooh, got that one. I also forgot to mention this. When you finally pick out your campsite, just out the register just like you would hiking, so they know where you are. There's a suggestion box right there. So once you find out your number of your campsite, where you're going to stay at, you still have to register it. It's just going to keep bouncing off that chain. So you need to write down your vehicle plate number, how long you're staying, stuff like that. It's all written down up in here. So, all right. Oh, what was that? So this little restaurant, when we first come off with 28, had a decent meal there. I'm trying to get back to the campsite. Oh, didn't see that one in time. Yeah, those tire pokers, I call them. I kind of swerve around them. Don't want to smash your other pan on those. So I'm noticing on the way back to the campsite, I can see 123's marker. It's hard to see where they actually are. See, somebody's occupying that one right there. So and that one's tucked off and up in the knoll. Yeah, it's only 7 o'clock at night on October 1st, and it's this dark out already. Just trying to find my campsite. I know I'm getting close now because I remember that one being. And there's 2 empty ones if I see them. If I see them, and that'd probably be me. Luckily, I picked the one where the numbers are on this side, so I can see them coming up the road. 6 miles. I'm 6 miles from the paved road. There's like these little mile markers off to the side. I haven't seen one recently, but the last one was 4. So I'm at least 6 miles from the paved road, which is Lime Kiln Lake Road, I think. Yeah, so keep that in mind driving at night. These are hard to see. I tell you, the deer population up here is insane. I must have seen like 10 deer, and they're not afraid of cars. Not here, but in the area. Like on the paved roads section and in the town of Inlet. They just stand there looking at you drive by. I seen like one crossing the road in front of a truck and just looked at it like, eh. Bunch of them in the road. Just being barely noticed it. See, I would have went right by it. Now, pro level 2 for driving. Can I guide myself in without hitting the side of the mountain? Stay tuned. Good morning, folks. I successfully made the night here at Moose River Plains at Site 125A. Not one vehicle drove down this road. And no interruptions during the night. Overall, excellent experience. Just out here stargazing about midnight. When we start up there now, camera ain't gonna see it because it's kind of confused at this time of day. And I'm not going to go into settings, just unconfuse it for 1 star. So yeah, I didn't hear anything alarming. Nobody drove down this road at all that I'm aware of. And it was, well, listen, silent all night long. Where I live, you usually hear the highway, neighbors' dogs barking. You don't really get a good sleep if you're at my place, but out here, holy crap, you slept like a baby. But I didn't hear any cars drive by. I'll know in the morning when I still see my tracks end up here. See, that's the mode I'm talking about. The camera takes a little while to figure things out. It's dark out, so right now I need a flashlight, which I have right here. The bright one too, so bing. Oh, I left it in. So I'm gonna start packing up here. Get a little breakfast made. I want to see what's further down this road, because it looks like there's 2 trails down here, but I got 2 small trails in mind. This is today's agenda, so I'm off the camping thing. I don't know how much longer the sun's going to shine, because that storm system that's going to bring us the cold temperatures is coming in today. That's the big push to get up here yesterday after I got out of work with the fall foliage and the sunlight. Because after today, it gets cold. Right now it's tolerable. I'm going to say it's about 50, 55. Enough to have a sweater on. But, yeah. 125 gets my approval. 125A, I'm sorry. The A was half smashed out. I keep seeing 125. Again, there's only 116 sites, it says in the booklet, but... Alright. I guess I'll start getting this thing packed up. As soon as the sun comes up, I'm out of here. Go do some exploring and hiking today. As I said, I've come up here for 2 trails. They're short trails. I've been on them before, way back when. One of them was pretty cool. I'll probably use the GoPro on them. So, I brought the GoPro with me. Gotta use it for something. And one of these trails, at least, is definitely a one for GoPro. Yeah, just... Oh. Yeah, there's clouds moving right there. That is a cloud right here. So... Alright, well, I was talking, there's not much to see, obviously, if it's dark out, so... I'll get cleaned up and get some breakfast made, and we'll go from there. Yeah, but... Staying out here, you can look straight up and you can see the stars. No, I can't anymore, so it's a little alarming. Nice, you see the 1 star. But again, they're nice and bright up here too, so... That's where the town was, can you tell? Alright, it's now I'm up enough with the daylight, and time to start our next adventure. I didn't realize this until last night, after I did my walkthrough. People were nice enough to leave us some wood. You have to cut it up though. There's some wood here. And you might have noticed this here yesterday. There's a big chunk of wood there. I didn't have any fires. The only time I have fires if I plan on staying more than a day. So, yep, time for our next adventure. At least, unlike the hour and a half, 70-mile drive to get out here. I'm already out here, so I think what I'll do is I'll finish going down this road. It is a dead-end road. There's a couple trails along the way, and they have a better pinpoint on my map where this site 125 is. And I'll pencil it in as definitely stay at. I mean, yeah, nobody's been down this road. Those are my tire tracks from yesterday still. Right here. They end right there. And me backing in. So nobody's been down this road. So, 125A. I keep calling it 125. There's 2 125s. I don't know why. 125's down there. I think it's that one that goes up into the woods. I don't know why it's 125 then 125A, but still, that's a nice little tucked away. Anybody driving down the road, you got this bank, then the inn, and then the bank, so the headlights will travel over everything if they were coming this way. So it's like a little secluded. Definitely a good spot. Definitely a win-win. No interruptions at all last night. No spooky noises. Nothing woke me up other than myself. And yeah, I'll definitely do this again sometime. Alright, well, let's see what adventures will hold us today. And it's got a portable bathroom. I'll say it's portable because I'm sure you can tip it over if you need to. If it moves, it's portable, right? I figured something out. Here's the next trail. I didn't see the first name of it. I'm pretty sure it's the trail I was looking for. Yeah, White's Pond. Oh, yeah. White's Pond, 1.9 miles from this road, and Limekiln Lake is 3.5. This is not the trail I was looking for. So we're about halfway down the road from the campsites. There's quite a few There's one about 500 feet down the road from me, and I'm seeing more like numbers with A's. I bet you A is accessibles for those that need an accessible site. So that's probably why it's going 125, 125A. It's 125 accessible. So, you know, I think that's what it's for. Don't quote me on it, but that makes sense because I passed 3 that had numbers and then A's behind them. I'm guessing that's site 125A for accessible site. Because there are accessible sites out here. Oops. If I'd known that, I wouldn't have set up at that site, but I see another sign down here. And I know I'm the only one on the road, so I'll just leave the car parked in the road. And I'm doing this for my future reference, so it's the same sign. So, White's Pond is 1.9. Oh. Not today, though. No. Alright. Make sure I get a picture of this. Because what I do is I go to these spots and research them. So now I know, okay, maybe if I'm up here for 2 days, and I don't have any other, like I said, I have an agenda today, and if I don't have an agenda on the second day, okay, I can wake up at a campsite here and then walk the 4 miles, and then stay at the campsite overnight instead of having to travel. As I said, it's a 70-mile, 2-hour drive to get here. I got travel time to deal with, so, anyway. I'm going to show you these campsites, so, a few of them that I'm considering. So these is for my scouting and your scouting too. So site 134, decent little site. Looks like it could be wet in wet years. So picnic table. I do not see a restroom. So that's site 134. We're almost at the dead end road here. So we're way off the beaten path. And there's still some sites here that don't even look like they've been used all year. And again, they're pretty spaciously spaced out, so there's at least more than 500 feet between sites. Oh, this is our end of the road. Look, I thought there was a lake up here, but it's not. I'm like, oh, something interesting going on up here. This is where the road ends. On private property, so they didn't come this way. I thought there was a trail in here somewhere, it looked like. I want to see what these notices say. Yeah, notice. Private park. Anyway, let me turn around. That's temperature right now, so that was close. I thought it was around 50. Alright, so we've got a little trailhead parking lot. We're going to do the Rock Dam Trail today. There's a sign that says trailhead parking over here. And just around the corner is the trail itself. So I'm going to get geared up and set up for this next trail. And yeah. So 135, 136 looks like the last campsites you're going to run into before you get to the private property. But when you do come across Rock Dam Trail, that's it, no campsites. So if you're gonna turn around and don't go, it's about another quarter mile down to the gate. So if you see that sign that says trailhead for Rock Dam Trail, you got this parking lot that I'm pulled over in. Turn around there, it'll save you another half a mile or quarter mile of getting to a gate and then going, oh. Just believe me, as rough as this road is, you don't want to abuse your vehicle like that, like I just did, so. If you like your vehicle, don't abuse it, right? Alright, trailhead time. So here's our signs. There's a campsite right behind me, so this doesn't look suspicious. This is again for my reference to the next time I come down, because I probably will be down here again a lot when time allows. Rock Dam Trailhead is 3.9 miles. White's Pond Trailhead 2.6. White's Pond's the one we passed this morning. Alright. And that's Rock Dam Road down there. This is the main road intersection. So if you want to go that way. Okay, South Branch Moose River, 5 miles. Otter Brook Bridge, 7 miles. Cedar River Entrance, 17 miles. Indian Lake Village, 31 miles. 31 miles of this. Next time we want to do those trails, get some better tires. It says same thing on this side, and this one's Limekiln Lake. We're actually almost 5 miles from Lime. Oh my goodness. Village of Inlet 7.9. And because there's an active campsite right here, I'm not going to go over too far. You can actually see where the campsite is. It's right on the other side of those trees. There's a little bridge there. But there's an awesome view over here and over there, so. Look at this view right here. Get in the shade so I don't get sunblocked. This is the Adirondacks. This is a postcard. You get rid of this small tree in front of me here. Yeah, can't beat the views though. Alright. As I said, I have an agenda today, so I was so tempting to go 7 miles that way, but this is a rough road. I mean, I've been on worse, but it's rough because it's stoning, gravel, rough. So, these are not off-road tires either. So, I need some stronger tires for the road. And I'm not going to go down at 31 miles, so that was what I have now. Alright, well, that wraps this place up. Definitely will be visiting again, and I'll show you some more when the time allows. So, hopefully that was a nice little tour, short tour of the campsite. Again, excellent spot. So peaceful out here at night. Not a peep, not a noise. And Limekiln Lake Campground's right up the road. 5 miles. So, you don't want to be here, you can camp at the campground. If you can't drive to this or something, you know, you can figure it out. I'm just giving me my thoughts. All your information's right here. This is an accessible site. Mine was not an accessible, so I don't know what the A is. Because the accessible site's right here. First one. And we were down here. Okay, see, this is an updated map. Campsite's 119 through 133. We stayed at 125. There's another accessible. Okay, so I don't know. So we pretty much. Yep, Red River. Okay, that's the trail. South Branch. Oh, there is two rivers there. This is going back to when I hiked that trail. So the Red River and the South Moose River branch meet right there. So that's the Rock Dam Trail that we hiked this morning. Fawn Lake Trail we did earlier. So, all these are campsites. Alright. Sign out. Now, I don't usually put my persons in camp and campsite until I sign out. This way, if somebody just happens to be a creep. and go, oh, that guy's only one person and he's at campsite 125. Let's pay him a visit tonight. So I'll read all that information. I just need to let them know where I am, my vehicle number and stuff. I'm not going to show you this because there's a lot of information here. It's just a little disturbing, but you know, it is what it is. Oh, this is new. Moose River Plains Recreation Area gates will be closing for the year on first Monday in December. They will open for snowmobiles when there is enough snow. They will reopen for vehicle traffic the Wednesday prior to Memorial Day weekend next spring. Good to know. Alright. Any ranger information up there, who to call, where you are. Yeah. Okay, this is something different. Okay. Alright, so this is part of the campground that's up around the corner. So if you're coming to Deathbrook, right around the corner, I don't know what campground it is. I'm not going to go by it today. It might be 8th Lake Campground. I'm not 100% sure. But there's a campground up here. You can see the sign for it. Yeah, maybe I can see the sign for it. Couldn't with the GoPro. GoPro doesn't have a zoom feature. But I was looking at something off here. Where'd you go? There's something off here somewhere, right there. How old is this? What is this? Again, you would never know it if you didn't get out of the car. And again, there's your parking lot for Deathbrook and everything. Pocket cam time. It's like stop airhead, there it is. So, yeah, this is, yeah, I might be able to see that sign. Golden Beach Campground. It's right up around the corner there. If you need to know the crookedness of the road. Alright, so we're going to head back toward Inlet. This is the furthest point of my journey today, Deathbrook. So we're going to try to get any fall foliage and anything worth looking at on the way back. So, alright, well, back in the car for another part of the adventure. And Deathbrook is filmed on the GoPro, so if you didn't see anything from there, it'll be uploaded shortly, but because it's on the GoPro, that takes a lot longer to process. So this tour video of the Adirondack trip will probably be out way before the Deathbrook video, but that's where we are. Sorry, here we are looking at beauty, and then you look at me and it's like just takes away from all the beauty that I just shown you. Sorry about that, folks. Just waiting for this traffic to drive by. So I'm in a little pull off of Route 28 heading back westbound. So there's construction behind me. I'm not sure what they're building, but I see they're building a new fire station here in Racket Lake, I think it is. So we're right at the intersection here. Blue Mountain Lake, Racket Lake. Yeah, I think that's Racket Lake. I don't know what hamlet this is right here. Yeah, it's power company related. This is a power substation. That's where all the vehicles are, is right where the construction zone is. So with that being said, that's the pounding you're hearing, other than my head. Can we restart this video, please? Yeah, go right ahead. Take two. This is a little pull off of Route 28, heading back westbound. This is one of the stops. You can see the construction noise is power company related, and they're also building a, looks like a new fire station. So, man, I wish I lived closer. I could just be here all day, but I got an agenda today. Just taking in the beauty. I mean, you can't beat the view. Look at this tree in front of us. There's a lot, I can't even talk. A lot more stops along the way, folks. The only reason why we're doing these today is because of obviously the fall foliage. This is like probably the only time I'm going to be able to get up here during peak foliage season in a long time, so we're going to try to get as much as this foliage I can along the way. Next up. Seventh Lake. We're back in the town of Inlet. The access to this site, it's a small pull-off along 28. It's not signed or anything, but here's a small pull-off. I'll show you real quick. It's not that bad. I don't know how long this video's going to be. It is quite a steep hill climb, but not bad. I'll show you where we are. Ow! That's it. Sometimes it doesn't hurt to pull into some of these pull-offs and check out where some of these trails may go. I know there's a boat launch up here a little further, and we're going to run out of sunlight here shortly because that weather system's moving in now. Back on the road. We hiked that mountain before. That's the Rocky Mountain Trailhead, and it is busy. Can't blame them for the views. You hike the top of that mountain. We are out of here. There's that old New York Central Railroad Bridge. The only downside I feel about the Adirondacks for me is there's a lot of trails And there's a lot of long trails that I will not be able to do. I think next year I'm going to get some better camping equipment so I could hike out with it, like a backpack and stuff. So that I can hike out certain sections to a lean-to. But yeah, after the average trail length I'm seeing for the Adirondacks is at least 5 and better. This 1.8 mile trail is nothing compared to what they have out here to offer. Alright, oh, I'll leave you on for this. This looks interesting. Oh my goodness, yes. This is what we came for, folks. You get to get the grand review just as I do. So if I start foaming at the mouth and it's not a freight train, well, nothing I can do about it. Yep, this is where the trail terminates for sure.